thanks for joining me. In this issue of The One Thing, I'll be covering part 3 of our business engineering series, and we'll be looking at your business objective statements. Last time on issue 15, we talked about your personal value statements, where we worked out what's important to you personally. This month, we commence the process of designing the business that achieves those things. So, what are business objectives? They're simply a series of statements designed to communicate how the business will operate and perform in order to comply with your personal value statements. These business objectives are not a business plan on their own, but they certainly form the basis of your plan. You need a set of simple, clearly defined objectives for what your business will achieve and how it will work. There's 3 types of business objectives we need to consider. They are monetary objectives, demand objectives, and customer objectives. So let's look at monetary objectives. In this section, you state what gross and net revenues the business must do in order to achieve your personal income and wealth objectives. Don't worry if it's not immediately apparent how the business will achieve these figures. That's not the point. If there's a difference between where the business is now and where you need it to be, then it's just a matter of setting out to bridge the gap. Now, we need to get clear on this, and it comes back to your PVS, your personal values statements. Are you merely setting out to develop an income, or are you looking to build a business? If it's the latter, then apart from the income you want to generate along the way, your main purpose is to sell the business or to be in a position to do so at a given point in the future. How much do you need to sell it for? How big does the business need to be? These are your monetary objectives. Okay, so let's now talk about customer objectives. Who do you want your customers to be? Do you understand who your customers are and what motivates them to buy? What's your customer demographic? What sections of the market do you want to play in? What geographic, age, income and professional characteristics do the customers you want have? What type of financial needs do they have, and does this meet with your other objectives? For example, let's say you've identified reverse mortgages as an area you want to really target. Well, you need to know this. According to a recent article, the average reverse mortgage in Australia last year was only $34,000. So, while it might be a good market to be in, you're going to have to write an awful lot of reverse mortgages to make it pay. When it comes to your potential customers, you might also want to know things like how many selling opportunities there are in your chosen demographic, what's their average spend, their average loan, what's the competition, and most of all, what motivates your customers to buy. This brings us to your next set of objectives, your demand objectives. At the end of the day, all businesses exist to satisfy some sort of customer demand. If it's just about the money, you might as well sell widgets. Why finance broking? What consumer demand does your business exist to fulfill? Here's a tip. If your answer is that your business is here to fulfill the customer's finance needs, you're wrong. You see, the same can be said about the lending institutions where you obtain the funds for your client. Are you in the same business as them? I don't think so. This is really important. If you take nothing else away from the business engineering series, it should be the answer to this question. What business are you in? You're certainly not in the finance business. Finance is just the commodity that moves through your business. Let me give you an example. When Formula One thought it was in the business of showcasing the pinnacle of automotive design through motorsport, it nearly went broke because no one wants to see that. Today, they can quite rightly tell you that they're in the entertainment business. It's fast, it's loud, it's colourful, it's exciting, there's pretty people and exotic locations. They even refer to it as the circus. You're not in the finance business. Who wants to buy debt? Nobody. What consumers want is what the debt will do for them. They want the results, the feeling they get from owning whatever the debt will let them acquire. And perhaps most importantly, they want the feeling of how the experience of doing the transaction or having the relationship with you will give them. That's what they want. Your job for now is to define those feelings. So your business is not just about what you sell, but how you make your customers feel once they've bought what you sell. You've got to do this because satisfying your client's demand for those feelings is the reason your business exists. Crack this code and you can take your business on to achieve whatever goals you have in mind for it. Next month on The One Thing, we'll be talking about expanding your business, and we're asking this question. should you be hiring loan writers? And the following month, we return with part 4 of our business engineering series. I'll see you then.